Welcome in, everyone. Welcome into the Dawning Soul. Thank you so much for joining me. Tonight is the dark moon, which is basically, it just means we are having a second new moon this month, and it will be in the sign of Virgo. For those of you who are new to the channel, welcome in. My name is Melanie. I'm with, this is the Dawning Soul, and we are going to do a reading here to highlight the inner wisdom that we have within us, our divine feminine, our divine masculine, and to integrate that union within ourselves, within that learning, within that healing, within that love that is our own heart, our own truth, our own passions. This is a beautiful moment for manifestation and for aligning ourselves moving forward for this next journey. I will do the Virgo season reading tonight. So 2 readings from me today. Thank you so much for joining. Let's get into this. Alliance. What are we aligning ourselves with? What are we aligning with? Is this an alliance of self? Is this alliance of purpose? Is this an alliance with another? Who are we in agreement with? Where are we pushing ourselves? Where are we discovering those inner roads? Aligning an alliance. Let's see. I'll actually go here first. Also, each moment of the day, each decision you make, each person you smile at, you are forming an alliance. You're connecting with that energy. You're seeing reflections of your own energy in return. It's an alliance of the heart, an alliance of the energy, of recognition, of purpose. And you also choose who you don't want to be with at that same moment. And you just are reaffirming each time what your alliance is to. Rewriting the script, I of God, and safeguarding spiritual seeds. Yes, and that is all of part of this alignment. Safeguarding your purpose, your truth, your tenderness, your joy, your passions, your peace When you look at a dandelion, and I love that I still have this on the table, that I put this out just to, again today, those delicate, fragile intentions, safeguarding those, safeguarding your spirituality, aligning with it, choosing it every day, seeing that purpose, the eye of God, seeing that intention, realizing that with every glance you are aligning your purpose. Rewriting the script, transforming how you see things, transforming your perception, transforming your inner knowledge, your inner language, aligning yourself, your spirit, with where it is you wish to go, and rewriting what you see by keeping yourself in alignment, with keeping yourself in alignment with the eye of God, with keeping yourself in alignment with your spiritual seeds. Consciously, intentionally choosing that alliance every day, every moment. The witness, the sacrifice, the child, witnessing the child that you are within, understanding the sacrifices, by doing so, the knowledge of the crow. The crow chooses the truth, sees, calls it out, witnessing that, observing that, understanding your inner child. These choices, these alignments that you make, this alliance with yourself, the witness, the observer, understanding, becomes powerful knowledge, a sacrifice worth making, to keep peace, to choose peace, not chaos, to understand where trauma affects you, to witness it, to observe it, to sharpen your skills. Safeguarding the truth, aligning with your spiritualness, aligning with your spiritual seeds. No longer allowing yourself to pull toward things that no longer honor you, to let them go, to sacrifice them, to no longer need those relationships where you're not valued, where you're not seen, where you're not witnessed, where your spiritual seeds can't flourish, and rewriting the script in an alignment, in alliance with who you are. This one wants to flip the flame. Lotus, fire energy, earth energy, the honeybee. We have the honeybee. This is, think of the bees as this beautiful servant to the community, where it lights in on the color and the flower and purpose of the bee is to gather the nectar to bring back to the hive. So this is in service of the greater, in service of the sweetness, and to work, the understanding that the work is the pleasure. When you are pulling the honey from what it is that you're doing, that is a spiritual reward, that is a spiritual seed. When you love with intention, when you're working toward a singular purpose where you understand the work is necessary for the sweetness, in honor of the community, of honor and honoring into of the alliance of where you are and its purpose. The lotus is born out of the mud. It blooms from adversity. It comes out of the muck and into the light, into its pure purpose, in order to provide that nectar, in order for it to reach the sun and to bloom and to be of service. And it is all in this divine union. The flame, understanding your passion and bringing your passion into alignment with your purpose, with your sweetness, with the work that you do intentionally. The work, whether it's inner work, whether it's your work, your creativity, it is whatever you are bringing your passion, your purpose, your intention, your focus. What you give focus to, you give energy to. You align yourself with that energy. It is your eye of God. It is your divineness. It is your intelligence. It is your purpose. It is your calling. It is what you sacrifice for. It is the work that you do on your inner child. It is what you observe. It is all of you. The Vesica Pisces, it is that womb of the divine feminine. It is that divine understanding of purpose. The sacredness. The intersection of the two joining. It is an alignment. Standing in your power. With this new oracle that I bought, this Tulku oracle, it is stunningly beautiful. I wanted to read what it said about the Vesica Pisces. And hold on that thought. Okay, I waited for oh. So annoying. Okay, thank you for waiting. They're still doing the yard, the lawn, the interruptions. The ancient image of the Vesica Pisces represents the primordial womb of the divine feminine, the beginning of creation as shown by the intersection of the two circles that symbolize the world of spirit joining with the world of matter. It is the root of the tree of life symbol, and when turned horizontally, it diagrams the vulva of the great goddess. This primordial image has been considered symbolic which in ancient times was symbolic of the goddess Venus and the womb, the opening through which all life emerges. A sword symbolizing the masculine vertically pierces through the two circles. The penetration. It becomes the geometry of the creative power present in the joining of masculine and feminine. The two overlapping circles represent the meeting of the inner and the outer worlds, and the way they are pictured here with the sword in the middle is referred to as the chalice well. This refers to the sacred well from the legend of Avalon. The sword in the image is claimed to be King Arthur's Excalibur. The chalice well exists and is located at the base of a sacred mountain in Glastonbury. The Holy Grail is said to have been placed inside the well, the feminine aspect of this divine site, to protect the entrance to other worlds. The image of this oracle shows the chalice well symbol with the ocean in the background, and it represents the mysterious depths of what lies within, the connection between the ocean and the woman, and the beckoning that happens at the water's edge. This is a beautiful spiritual alignment of the divine masculine and feminine, and has beautiful intentions for this reading as in alliance with both aspects of yourself, both aspects of the feminine and the masculine, the flame of purpose and intention and understanding, and the honey that is extracted from that purpose, and the growth of becoming, of understanding who we are, of pushing out of the mud toward the light, reaching that point of the light with masculine healing, with masculine knowledge, the purpose, witnessing, observing that, understanding and loving your inner child, and letting go, healing what you have sacrificed, listening to your intuition, observing your intuition, safeguarding your spiritual seeds. All of these cards are pointing into that alliance, that of that divine feminine, the divine masculine, and bringing that into balance, into harmony. Observation, observe, witness, observe, the eye of God, observation, the crow. Dawn. Dawn is understanding. Dawn is that point where the light and the dark intersect, the rising of the moon and into the night sky, and then coming back down to earth, the dawn of the sun, the masculine rising, the understanding of the purpose. We have mimicry, exposed, and freedom. There is a freedom in this understanding. When people are just copying you, being in your authentic self. Yes, the crow has the ability to mimic. The crow has the ability to take what it knows and give it to its offspring, its memory. When you can expose, I'm going to put this down. Oh, balance is at the bottom. I'm going to take it. When you expose this truth, when you understand that you're witnessing and observing and pulling those threads of self out, aligning them, nurturing them, loving them, safeguarding them. When you're witnessing that, you're exposing the falsities. You're exposing what needs to be released. You're exposing the illusion, which better helps you look at yourself, align your spiritual self with your soul, with your understanding, with your logic, the masculine and the feminine in balance. There's a freedom in that, a freedom in understanding that purpose, witnessing it, observing it, exposing it, loving it, aligning with it in this flame of truth, in this rebirth of purpose, coming from the dark into the light, coming from the dark into the light, the dawn, the lotus. Learning the truth, using your own wisdom, and banishing a curse, banishing this falsehood, banishing the illusions, seeing them, observing them, frees you from the attached. Healing energy, freeing you from an attached trauma bond, attached karmic cycles that you can release with love, with healing, with balance, that tree of life. Aligning yourself with your spiritual truth, aligning yourself with your masculine and feminine, aligning yourself in your heart, aligning yourself with your purpose. Rewriting who you were, who you are, just by staying in alignment with your truth, your heart, your soul, your spirit, your purpose. That is the sweetness. That is the honeybee. That is knowing that the work is the reward, the sweetness of your life, the peace that ensues, the freedom you receive from that, the knowledge and the truth. I believe in myself. It is always the right time to start. Move forward with this black moon. Move forward with this second new moon of the month. The rebirth. Let's see. I have the power to create change. How I feel is okay. I don't need to explain it. You don't owe anybody else that truth but yourself. You don't owe anybody else an alliance but your own self. You don't owe anyone that core of who you are if they don't look back and also see the core of who you are. The eye of God, understanding, observing, witnessing how you align with those around you. Stay in your energy, nurture it, cherish it, safeguard it, and rewrite that inner story. Blessings. Thank you so much for listening. I'm Melanie Dawn with The Dawning Soul, and I'll see you next time. If this resonated with you, I invite you to carry it forward, subscribe, share, or simply breathe it in.